Hi friends, we will continue law optional. Today's topic federalism. So first of all, we know federalism is derived from the Latin word feudus, which means agreement. So power have been divided between center and state province. That's so the separation of power. An institutional mechanism to accommodate two set of politics. First one center or national level and second one regional or provincial level. Now again, how federal system is different from unitary system. In this context regarding sovereignty, sovereignty is constitutionally split between two terrestrial levels. Basically, sovereignty means giving a free hand that we can not rule by other. We will govern our matters, we will us, including external and internal matters. We will govern self, not interfere anyone. So this is sovereignty. So each level cannot can act each level can act independently of each other in some areas. Now we'll try to understand unitary system. Now we see UK has no written constitution. It is a purely example of unitary system. Now with the case of USA. In USA, governance systems are divided center and state. In USA, states are come together and found unite. That is USA. So USA is an example of federal system governance. Now we differentiate federalism and unitary system. So we discussed federalism. Federalism is a system of government in which of the power is divided between central authority and various constituent units of the country. Usually, a federation has two level government. One is the government for the entire country that is usually responsible for a few subjects of common national interest. The other are government at the level of province or state that look after much of the day-to-day administrating of their states. So both these levels of government enjoy their power independent of other. In another way, unity system federation are constructed with unitary government. Under the unity system, either there is only one level of government or sub units are subordinate to central government. The central government can pass on an order to the provincial or local government. Now, other we know that federalism key features. So there are two or more level governments. The different tiers of government govern the same citizens, but each tier has its own jurisdictions in a specific matter of legislation, taxation, and administration. The jurisdictions of the respective levels of tier government are specified in the constitution, so the existence and authority of each tier of government is constitutionally guaranteed. The fundamental provisions of the constitution can't be unilaterally changed by on level of government. Courts have the power to interpret the constitution and the power of different levels of government. The highest courts act as empire if disputes arise between different levels of government in the exercise of their respective powers. Sources of revenue for each level of government are clearly specified to ensure its financial autonomy. Now, we discuss federation are two types. Holding together federation, it include a large country decided to divide its power between the constituent states and national government. India, Spain, and Belgium are example. The central tends to be more powerful, vice versa the state. Very often, different constituents units of the federation have unequal powers. Some units are granted a special power. Holding units means a single unit. That means one is a authority and another authorities are combined. Yeah, holding. Now let us take the example of coming together federation. Involves independent states coming together on their own to form a bigger units, so that by pooling sovereignty and retaining identity they can increase their security. USA, Switzerland and Australia, all the constituent states usually have a equal power and are a strong vice versa the federal government. Now, essence to become landmark cases. The essence of federation is the existence of union and states and distributions of power between them. That case is SR Bumai versus Union of India. That landmark case are decided. And another case, State of Rajasthan versus Union of India. In this case, say the judge, states therefore have the locus and the interest to contest and seek an adjudication of the claim set up the union government. I am purely discussed federal government. That means arrangement between independent and sovereign units to surrender partially their authority in their common interest, vesting it in a union and retaining the residue of the authority in the constituent units. That's divided the case State of Bengal versus Union of India. After 1857 revolt, British Government of India Act 1858, it's a highly centralized and unitary setup. All India civil service are created. And another Government of India Act 1919. Its diarchy means dual. from the government was introduced at provincial level, some devolution of power. Bicameral legislative, upper house, council of state, and lower house, legislative assembly. So we are understand federalism are imposed. Now again, Government of India Act 1935. We will know ending the system of diarchy and large measure of autonomy to province of the British India. Establishment of federal court, larger degree of responsible provincial government, more power of the Provincial Government Act, and another form Constitution of India regarding Government of India Act 1935. So, so this is a evolution of federalism. We explain federal features. First one, states are sovereign in their own sphere. That means power of states to legislate on the matter enlisted in the state list. Seventh schedule. List in seventh schedule clearly demarcates the boundaries of the center and states. List second includes law and order, land, and several other taxing entries. Case is Jindal Stainless Limited versus State of Haryana. Other feature, dual polity and bicameralism. Rajya Sabha members represent the state. And third, federal characters of the constituents cannot be amended. Bicameralism, basic structure. Kesan Bharti versus State of Kerala. Independent judiciary. Before we discussed, federalism is a basic structure of the Indian Constitution, so it is not amended. But it would thus seem that the Indian Constitution has in it not only a feature of a pragmatic federalism, which while distributing legislative powers and indicating the sphere of governmental power of the state, and the central government is overlaid by strongly unitary features. That is a landmark case, SR Bumai versus Union of India. Now we come the nature of Indian federalism, that are Article 1, that say India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states, which means all states are annexation and come to integral part of union of state. So federalism is a part of basic structure. Kesan Bharti versus State of Kerala. Federalisms are detect the not absolute federalism in India, centralization of authority, state cannot amend constitution, national policies and local governance executed by the center and individual states respectively. Supreme power to the judiciary to invalidate any law if it violates the constitution. The doctrine of ultra vires. State of West Bengal or the Union of India. So this is a federalism. Now we discussed Casey Ware concept of federalism. Casey Ware says that in a federal state, the regional governments are independent in their own sphere and are coordinates equal to each other. This is a calls the federal principle. That is say almost quasi-federal. So India is a quasi-federal. Professor Ivor Jennings has characterized it has a federation with a strong centralizing tendency. Significantly, no court has till date clearly pronounced that it is a federal constitution. In last, we will discuss some questions. What is the main difference between the federal form of government and unitary one? Explain with an example. So, in a federal form of government, the central government shares its power with the various constituent units of the country. Whereas in a unitary form of government, either there is only one level of government or some units are subordinate to the central government. And second, in the federal form of government, the central government can not order the state government to do something or take any action, where the central government can pass on orders of the provincial of the local government. Examples of a central government in India, USA and Canada, and whereas example of a unitary government are China, UK and France.